Think running a day spa is all massages and relaxation? There is nothing relaxing about owning a day spa, but we're here to help. Serious spa owners know that being in the spa business isn't for the weak. It takes hard work, planning, and just a bit of luck. We should know because we've owned a successful day spa for over 20 years. Now we're opening up our playbooks and giving you the business insights to run your day spa rather than letting it run you. This is a Spapreneur podcast with Lynn Graves and Ramona Rice.
All right, Sessy, we have our question of the week, and it is from Maggie from our Facebook community. Again, You can go to facebook.com/groups/Spapreneur, and you can join our free Facebook community. It's super easy and fun. But this is from Maggie, and she writes, what ways do you get clients on membership? Do you have any marketing efforts that attempt to get new clients to sign up before they even get services? She wants to set a higher goal for 2018 of how many members her spa has and wants to make sure that she has a clear plan of attack. Any input of what everybody currently does? Yeah.
Okay. Well, and to me, the way it was worded, it sounds like she already has a membership program in place.
Step one is have a membership program.
Yeah, you got to have something in place. So look at what's worked in the past. I mean, how have you been getting them in, and are you just not thinking about how to expand on what's worked so far?
I think sometimes it's a matter of consistency. You have to ask every client all the time, even the ones you've asked previously. You don't want to do it every client, but gently mention, did you know we have our prepaid program? We have our membership program. Here are the benefits. Hand them a card that they can take with them. You can get a rack card made on Vistaprint. We talked about this before. But I think it's the consistency of asking. I think sometimes people think, I asked once, I can't ask again. Oh, you can ask multiple times.
You can ask every time, and they can say no every time, but most of them are like, oh, really? I didn't know that. Because the pizza Hut massages have now made this very popular, and they've got people conned into thinking this is the way to go, when really they're being taken advantage of. So, first of all, you got to be upfront about all the costs, all your conditions, everything else. But there was one part of it that kind of bothered me a little bit on her question. How do you get them to do a membership even if they've not walked you through your front door? I personally would never, ever, 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 ever buy a membership if I've not walked through your door.
But what if you don't like them as a client?
So I think that's an unrealistic expectation.
I think so too. Now you can.
I could be wrong.
No,
but
I don't. I agree with you.
I think that would be effort put towards something that's not going to reap
I'd
benefits.
rather focus getting them in to the spa itself to get services.
Prove yourself. Show them why they want to be a member.
We calculated our spa. In order for us to consider a client a retained client, they have to come in 6 times. So that's 1.5 packages for us, or 1.5 memberships.
We have a very easy membership. Yours might be more complicated, but that's something I think through your 6 pillars y'all are going to be talking and formulating.
And I think my next ebook is honestly going to be about memberships because I think it's important. I think it's one of those
buzzword. It's a big thing in the industry right now.
And it's a moneymaker for you. Yeah. It's a moneymaker because it guarantees that guess what the clients are going to do? Come in.
Yeah.
And that's the key. Come in.
And let me plug this out there real quick. We're just going to keep this kind of brief this morning, but because of some of the incidents that went on with the pizza Hut massage and sexual harassment, not that we should paint all people with the same paintbrush, but we saw more gift certificate sales, and I think it was because people didn't want to go get gift certificates there. So I'm not stupid. I'm going to capitalize on this. I'm not going to talk about them.
No.
So now's the time to capitalize on it, get people in your door, and sell those memberships to lock them in.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways you can sell memberships like anything else. But again, I think it comes down to consistency. You have to get your entire team, whether, again, your entire team may be just you, or it may be, again, 30 of them like us.
Yeah.
But you have to consistently invite them back in.
And say, did you know we have a membership? 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 I don't care how many times you say it to the client. Say it over and over again, because one of those times they're going to go, oh, do you have a membership?
Yeah. It never fails.
Yeah,
so consistency is the key. Good luck with it. Great question. Keep them coming, Spapreneurs.
And LaShonda, we haven't forgotten, was it LaShonda?
We have one question
that we actually want to do an episode on.
We're going to do an entire episode on a question.
So we're not forgetting you. Yeah, yes. But we want to explore it a little bit more so we can give accurate and correct information back to you.
Yeah, we just want, again, this podcast to be a great resource for you and all that stuff. What's up, Spapreneurs?
Hi, guys. It's a new year. Happy New Year 2018. Here we come.
And this is the second take because I wasn't happy with the first intro.
Yeah, look, guys, she's not a happy camper this morning, and she'd been cranky and disarrayed. She feels like her life is out of control. You know, we're a bunch of control women. We have to understand that. She's nodding with a sneer on her face. And then I discovered she stole most of my lamp. Well, okay, two of my lamps.
Two lamps. Because
they're sitting here in the friggin' closet. I'm going to be in the dark.
Because we have videos. You know, I have another job that's annoying me right now because they won't listen to me about T-shirts.
Okay. All right. Men do not understand women's T-shirts. And then
they have the girl that's part of the office agreeing with them. And she's only agreeing with them because she's an obliger. And if you understood the four tendencies, you would understand that.
I used to be an obliger. I am starting to, and it's a cool thing about getting older, is you start changing some and making life decisions. You've actually inspired me.
Oh.
When you started reading, Mona is committed to reading
18 books in 2018.
Okay, and they're motivational and confirming, like life-changing, those types of books. And I thought, you know what? I can do the same thing. Now, I won't sit down and read them because I like to read silly-ass little romance, which just is like bubble gum to me. I just love to chew on those things. However, I have started downloading them onto Audible books because I can't find enough podcasts that are as good as ours. Or Preet. I love Preet. It's Stay Tuned.
Thing. It's your new thing.
Oh my God, I love Preet and Stay Tuned.
Yeah, because all my good podcasts right now are in like season. I will say Happier in Hollywood and Happier by Gretchen Rubin are really good.
Okay, I'll look those up because really I'm starting to get dry, sucking wind going...
Yeah.
There's nothing
and if you
good
want
out
Audible,
there.
the Tiny Potters have a audibletrial.com/Tiny Potters if you want to try. They've got like a 30-day free book. But yeah, Audible's cool because you can like listen to books. And I think this is time well invested.
Yes, it is. And so I'm looking to make changes in my life. So I kind of inferred to you guys that I needed to do some work and homework, because I was seeing some changes in my business and specifically at de-stress, and it was bothering me. Sometimes it's that gut feeling a mother gets of something's not right in the household. Something's not jiving, and I couldn't put my finger on it, and I'm starting to put my finger on it. Some of it I have to point the finger at myself and say, I have not done my job correctly. I've been sitting here backing Ramona up, touting how you need your roadmap and you need to get your mentors and you need a plan in place. Well, guess who needs to go back and make a new plan and make new roadmaps? And it's not necessarily the roadmap, but what I've learned about myself during this time is that, and this really is going to come across to some of you larger spas, middle to larger spas, is that after all this time, I've never written a procedures manual. I've never written down a book that says...
we have a front desk manual.
You have a front desk manual as far as operationally for them.
Right.
But I don't have a manual written for what I expect from my manager.
Yeah.
And what I expect him to accomplish and how I expect him to go about doing things or her to do things. And I'm sort of coming out of the fog between my father's death, my mother's death, you running the business during that time, you and I damn near disowning each other during that time, then y'all moving in, Jimmy's death, and raising tiny humans to the point where, ta-da, she is newly engaged, and we're so excited.
I did get engagement. The woman next to me I don't like right now. She's another part of my angst because she knew about it, and she knows fretting about it and stressed about it because, we knew it was coming.
Oh, I knew that he had it all planned out. If you want to see it, guys.
I posted in Spapreneur.
Yeah, you can see the whole thing.
It's
adorable. It's adorable. And
he did a good job.
It's the kind of proposal every girl deserves.
Yes.
So, but in all this, I feel like I'm coming out of the fog and that I need to grow up, put my big girl panties on, and become less of a friend and a mommy to this group, even though I think that's part of our strength is me being a mommy and being in touch with their feelings. There's a line.
Can be a mentor.
Yeah,
but you're
there's
not
a line.
their mom. Yeah, and I think that was always, I'll be honest, and this is going to be kind of an unconventional episode because it's really more Lynn and I brainstorming right now, but that was always my frustration when I was in day-to-day of the business was I was so frustrated when I would try to be a manager and try to be a boss and you would go right behind me and be a mom and sue them. And it was frustrating.
I can see where your frustration was, but I wasn't ready to not be a mom. We were still small enough that I could still be the mommy, but I don't feel like we're there anymore. I can still be friendly. I can still mentor. I can still have those mommy moments when some of them who don't have mothers around or who one's going through a divorce that I can embrace her and love her. However, I think that with some of them, we have come to a crossroads of now you do not stand back and respect me as the owner of the business. So I'm having to do a course of correction without losing them because I value them. And I'm going to have to present some things to them and get them, some of them, not all of them, to make decisions. And this includes some of my most senior people.
Right. People
so
we would
we're going to be making changes.
This. Yeah. And I think this is a great episode for this time of year. One, I know a lot of you have resolutions and goals for your business for 2018. But I was telling Lynn off air before we started this, I want to be really clear. You can make a change in your business anytime you want to. You don't have to wait for January 1st.
No, and I'm planning on making most of my changes as of March. I want to get through Valentine's. You know, we all talk about it. We're gearing up for it, but there are some minor changes I need to make. But during that time, see, we've been in business long enough that our Valentine's, other than tweaking and refreshing some, it's in place.
Right.
We have our plans in place. So I have a little bit of luxury of time of going through, sitting down, creating manuals and expectations of what I expect from my spa director and what he should expect from me, and then building off of that platform. And is he up to the task? Because for the past 4 weeks, he showed me he's up to the task. But before that, I don't know. He was a little weak on some areas that I needed and very strong in other areas I didn't realize I needed. So I'm having to do a lot of self what am I looking? The word. I think you reflection.
Yeah, and also I think what happens in business, and it doesn't matter if you're a solo preneur, spapreneur, or if you're like us with a large staff, it comes back to, you know, I'm going to say this over and over again. You have to work on your business, not just in your business. You know, a lot of times you guys focus on modalities and and we talk about this. Education's great and all, but you've got to take the time to work on your business. And that means, you know, like income goal ideas. Like you have to have, I was so surprised. So 6 pillars, by the time this episode starts, we'll have started, and we're doing surveys now with the initial class. I was amazed at the amount of them that did not have an income goal for 2017.
Wow.
They did not have one. And so what they're doing is they're investing in themselves right now and saying, okay, and it's smart. They've got a program.
Yeah, no, you got to start somewhere. But if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a goal to reach for,
But a lot of times, think about it though. Honestly, we still sometimes, you know, like in the beginning days, we didn't have income goals. We just made money.
Oh hell, I was just happy I had clients.
Exactly, we just made money because we didn't know. And then once we got bigger things, we started realizing, like, you know, hey, we want to pay ourselves more. We want to invest in this. No, it requires like she said, a roadmap, a budget, a plan, and you can't get that. So.
And investing in yourself. I think that's going to be my buzzword for the next couple of months is investing in yourself.
Because you've never really done any of the business stuff other than when you first started the business.
Yes.
You invested in yourself to do the class.
And I have not done any other classes since then because I've been focused on building the clientele, not the business end, because I relied on DuPont to do all that. So now I'm looking at myself. Am I going to jump into college courses and all? Hell no. No.
And no, should you guys. But there are plenty of entrepreneurship conferences, women business conferences, and I guarantee if you go to your local chamber of commerce, they have programs and things like that on all kinds of different subjects that it may not appear that's relevant to your business, but if you're struggling with like marketing, if you're struggling with like, again, employee management, they have seminars and courses out there online that you can take, and those are the
kind of things I'm going to be looking at for myself because honestly, I went to the podcast world and I thought, let me see if I can find something that's motivational on managing people. Oh my God, it's sadly lacking out there. I was very, very disappointed in that, and it may be an idea for Mona and I to do at another time in our lives.
I have a wedding to plan and a house to fix up.
Yes, and I'm in the middle of it with you. I'm just saying that I'm investing in myself.
I think that's great, and I think that goes back to, you know, what do you want out of your business? Ultimately, if you're listening to the show, you either own a spa business or you want to own your business full time. Some of you may be, again, renting out a room, or you may be working at a day spa or working at the Pizza Hut massage, and more power to you. You know, you're getting your money in. But if you want to move to that next step where you are an owner, and what I mean by an owner is that an owner works her business.
Yeah.
She doesn't just work client like in that room. She works, and that's why this year, We're really focusing on building your business beyond the treatment room.
Yeah.
So really talking about things like, again, how do you find front desk staff? How do you go, how do you let go of control enough? And the only way you can let go of control enough is like what Sessy's doing, and she's going to write out what she wants from them.
Yeah,
be
because
clear.
if I don't do these things, then I'm forever going to be enslaved to actually physically being in the office. I want to be there to keep the flavor and the infusion of my personality there, but not 24/7 anymore. I once again, I'm gonna plug Preet and his podcast. Stay tuned. His last one that he just did, which was with I think December 21st, was with Tina Brown, who was the editing or the editor of, I think I've got this right, of Vanity Fair.
Yes,
she is a fascinating woman. She's someone who is kind of a role model.
She knows the dirt on everybody.
She really does,
she doesn't
but
share it.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't necessarily share it. She is just she's strong.
She's a badass.
Yeah, but without being rude about it. And but she said something that really resonated with me, and I didn't realize it at the time. She said, in her life, she didn't have a lot of friends while she was running business, because the business and her family, that's all she had time for. Her business were her friends. And I found the same thing to be true for me. I am now, and so is she, so I find that we're running parallel courses, that I'm now wanting to forge back my friendships and invest in them and get in touch outside of my family. So to do that, I have to get my business. I need to polish the copper and clean the dust and the cobwebs, and I need to get it in place.
So you're going to spring clean your business.
Yeah, I really am.
So what are the areas you're going to be focusing on? You don't have to give like specific situations,
right
but just
now,
general
management, and understanding more of the reports that Millennium puts out for us, so that we can see where we've been, where we are, where we're going, and how to overcome it, and how to do marketing without paying a lot. Going back to the core of customer service, that's not about us. It is about the client. They're not always right. In your words, customers never right, but listening to them and understanding them.
Meeting their expectations.
Yes, and stop putting ourselves first in our emotions. Mm-hmm. Well, don't yell at me. That's a whole nother story about Home Depot. Oh my God, they'll be lucky if I ever walk back into that damn door again. And it's because they didn't
meet the expectations.
They didn't step back and ask themselves, why is she angry?
Or step back and go, how can we easily fix this?
Yeah, only one lady did. And that's what I want us to get back to. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be good. And I think the 6 pillars, as y'all go along, I'm going to be listening in. And I think that's going to help me tremendously also. I got to give a big shout out to Erica Olson. Oh my God, girlfriend.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You have a talent for your packages. And I thought me saying bun in the oven for Valentine's was a cute one. Damn, girl, you came out with them, didn't you?
Yeah, and if you want to know all about this, go to our Facebook group page. It's amazing how big it's gotten.
And Erica just tore it up with package ideas. So don't sit out there and tell me that you don't have ideas. That just tells me you're not doing a little bit of reading and listening to other people in the business.
Yeah, I think what a lot of us do, and I do the same thing, is sometimes we're more reactionary to our business instead of pre-planning.
Yes.
And I think that, sometimes you have to be reactionary. Some things happen. Like, for example, in a couple of days, we may be getting a massive snowstorm here in our area. And if it happens, the whole area will shut down.
That's right.
So we have to have a plan in place to go, okay, so that's reactionary.
1 inch. One snowflake shuts us all down. It's the most hysterical thing you've ever seen in your life.
But, but that's when reactionary has to happen. But reactionary should not be you for Valentine's Day. We know when Valentine's Day is. Reactionary should not be Mother's Day. You know when it is. You know when your downtimes are. Mm-hmm. Those are not reactionary times.
But know this ahead of time. I'm going to throw this out there. Valentine's Day, followed by President's Weekend, could possibly be an ice snowstorm event. Mm-hmm. It's that time of year, folks. What are you going to do if that happens? How are you going to plan for that? You need a plan B in case that happens. So sort of plug that in to where you are. Yeah. I would also like to throw out there, you need to go back to last year, January, I think 17th or something like that, and listen to our podcast when we talked about Valentine's planning.
Yeah,
it never hurts to go back and listen to that to get yourself up and going.
Yeah, the biggest thing I can tell you guys, honestly, if you, because obviously the country's in a cold front right now, like the whole East Coast.
major
so if you're in those areas and you're worried about Valentine's Day, or if you happen to be a solo, I've seen this a lot, the solo therapist, solo estheticians, like, I can't do couple services. Fine. Focus on gift certificate sales. Make the wording, I can't believe I'm giving this away for free, but I'm going to go and tell you. Make the wording this. Be a Valentine's Day hero. Explain to him that when he gives the gift certificate to her the first time, oh my God, you love me so much. Then when she comes in and gets the certificate, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 2 years down the line, and yes, you have a plan for that if you went through my 31-day challenge, so you know what to do, or go to my, I think it's like spapreneur.com/gift certificate mastery. It's a free guide. Do that, and when she comes in and redeems it, he's a hero twice.
Okay, yes, he is. Now, I'm going to give you one more idea, and then we're going to stop with the ideas for Valentine's. If you're a solo practitioner, you can say, I don't know what the right verbiage would be, but you could take a couple and teach them how to do a back rub. Simply the back, shoulders, and neck.
Host a couples massage class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or do the private and upcharge for that. Definitely upcharge for that and make it a romantic night for them.
And you can include things like you can go to Universal Companies. They have romantic themed oils and lotions that you can include in that package price. And
just because romance often leads to sex, don't stop getting scared of that, folks. Yes,
right.
Sexual harassment and all of that.
We don't want them to have boom boom in our room.
No,
but we want them to have boom boom at home.
Just
your job's to warm them up.
Without sex, you wouldn't be there.
That's true.
Okay. All right. Enough said about that. But you can, if you're a solo practitioner, you could do something special for couples. So just remember this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but what this does and what I plan to do, because I'll be honest with you guys, just like Sessy, this holiday season between me coming back from England, I got very sick. And then I was in a car accident. I haven't talked about this in Spapreneur at all.
She killed my car.
I did not kill the car. The girl that hit me killed the car. Without insurance. And she lied to the police officers, and she had a passenger run away.
No witnesses
to that, but there were witnesses to the dude running away. Like, literally the way she hit me, it was like an action movie. I'm very lucky I wasn't hurt.
Anyway.
But it kind of rattled me. So I have not done my part in planning, honestly, Spapreneur's year. So guess what I'm doing this week?
That's right.
I'm taking it. Planning Spapreneur's. But you know what? Oh my God, I didn't get it done before January. It's okay. It seriously, guys, is okay for you to say, because it's sometimes we get a little bit of a lull right now, right before Valentine's Day. Take a day, mark it out, go somewhere, turn off your phone. Do not, ask yourself and tell people this, unless you are dead or dying, please don't call me. And then ask yourself, if they're dead or dying, is there anything really you can do?
Now, for me, it works if I plan out like 2 days a week and say, okay, from 9 to 11.
Well,
this is my booking time.
This is what I want them to do. I want them to mark out like an entire day or half day, and I want them to plan out the year. I want to have like a mini summit with themselves, just to plan out like things like you can plan out, for example, email marketing each month. If you do like just one newsletter, like what themes they are, you can plan out like, again, I'm going to really focus on Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and then this. You know what I mean? Like, it helps get the ball rolling. And then I do like what she says, if you can spend like a couple hours, mark those out, and don't mark them as an appointment in your appointment book, like your business appointment book, whether you use Millennium or Vivaro or one of the others. I got a story about the one of the others in a minute. You block it, so you just do, and that's when you do what? Your booking time. What else do you do during that time, Sessy?
I plan out what marketing's coming up. I just look at the general overall thing. Right now, obviously, I'm working at shaping up the protocols for management. So that's where my focus is right now.
Yeah, no, and that's what you do. So if you have bigger projects too. So that's why that first day you can kind of outline, these are the projects I want to work on for my business this year. And then those power sessions that Sessy's talking about each week. And it only has to be 2 or 3 hours at a time. Like, or honestly, a half hour at a time. Whatever it takes, because sometimes I get distracted. But turn off your social media and get this stuff done.
That's a young person's thing. Well, that's not true. Rick's 10 years older than me, and he's all into his social media. He denies it, but he's all into it. So.
Oh, Dupa.
Okay, so your story about another...
So we were approached by the podcast by a pretty famous, a pretty famous...
Yeah, it's all over Facebook.
It's all over our Facebook group. I'm not going to mention the name because they're not sponsoring the show, so I'm not going to say their name. So you guys had very strong opinions in that Facebook group about this.
Oh, God.
Service.
There was not a gray area, okay? Y'all were pissed off at this group.
You do not like this company. So I clipped. I did not use your names, but I highlighted all the things, and I said, look. These are the people, like these are I can't align Spapreneur with your company as much as I would want to, as much as it makes sense on paper, because, they hate you. And I will never have anything on my show or in my groups or anything that I know they won't absolutely love. So with that being said, the person rep, they want to work with us a little bit on making their stuff better. So that's a positive change. I told them the first thing is get your sales stuff to stop being like a
pain in the ass.
They're like stalkerish to our spapreneurs. Like seriously, some of them they seem like they were traumatized, like they had PTSD from it.
Y'all
Not
are
cool.
so funny.
Y'all were really good. So maybe it'll bring that change. I don't know. She could be blowing smoke up my butt. Because she really wants this and then thing, and she was very nice and polite in the email. So I don't want to.
And I've got to say, in a couple of the Facebook groups, there's a couple of people that use them that love them.
Yeah, and the fact that she followed up and she was professional even after I told her that she was professional to follow up. That's just a classy girl. So well done, you. If you're listening, I'm not gonna say your name or the company again because there are people who do like them a lot, and I know on the client side of that product they love. Because it's easy to use. Yeah. So just saying that, but it's interesting. But again, it goes back to when your business, if your business isn't fully working for you, and it will never be perfect. Let's be very clear. There will be days that you hate owning a business.
I walked in yesterday. I was off for a week, and I went over yesterday, which happened to be New Year's Day, and I cleaned all of the stuff out of de-stress that was holiday. I like to start bare bones and fresh and slowly build it back up to Valentine's. And the longer I was there, the more stressed out I got because of little things, little notes that were written, little things that were done. And I just went, oh my God, I don't know how much, 3 more years maybe.
But it reconfirmed that that's all right, that your focus this year needs to be about building your business, making your business so that you can step away.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking some time for myself this year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And we have a wedding to plan.
We have a wedding to plan.
So we have to make
money.
And
that's my happy place. Really, folks, my happy place is taking something that needs to be rebuilt, like this house, and the yard is an acre large, which is
and a quarter.
Huge in our area. You just don't get lots like that.
In the middle of the city.
And I get to play and create, and that's really my happy place.
And it's a bare canvas.
Yeah, it really is. And Mystery Nerd's on board with my ideas of what to do with it. So I'm like, yes.
He just likes to know what we're doing before we do it.
Oh, he's such a he's going to give up his man card.
That's all right.
He asks too many questions. Why do you have that dress? Well, why are you putting on makeup? Well, why are you doing that? Do you really need to put shoes on? Oh my God, stop asking questions. Sit there like a dumb man.
Just sit there, look pretty.
Like the rest of our boys do.
Just sit there, look pretty.
And just let us get pretty for you.
Just sit there, look pretty. That's what I tell him. Like he's controlling too. So it's going to be interesting. But yes, we will be getting some good balance. We will be getting some premarital counseling because that's just smart. That's just smart. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. If you're still like going, oh, I don't know. One thing I will say is this, is I am reading more. I'm launching. This is completely free. You don't have to pay to get into this. We're doing the Spapreneur Book Club.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so once a month we're going to be reading a book together.
Well, I already know a couple of them that you want.
Well, the first one we're doing is A Year of Yes. I just finished this.
Yeah, I thought that'd be
it's just the best book, because if you like Grey's Anatomy or Scandal or How to Commit a Murder or Private Practice, and I loved Addison so much that I named my daughter after her. I love Shonda Rhimes. I don't really watch her shows anymore because I'm too busy. Maybe I'll binge Grey's one day, but anyway. She wrote a book. This incredibly successful, ridiculous, badass woman, basically had turned off her life, even though she was super busy. And her sister challenged her, you never say yes. So for an entire year.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I really do understand that. People think I'm outgoing and I go out and party all day. No,
it's exhausting.
I come home.
Well, she talks about, and I know you talked about her with the on the Oprah Soulful Sundays, but
yeah, that's where I got turned on to her.
She talked about how she would have to go up like on press junkets, and she would be terrified, and it would be agony for her, and that's
something neither one of us truly understand.
Yeah, I'd be like, let's go. Yeah, I can sit up there and talk for hours. Like, that's no big deal. But after a while, it's one-on-one that I have trouble with.
Yeah, same with me. One-on-one, I have to really perform. 1,000 or more, hey, that shit's so easy. It's ridiculous.
But sitting and having a real conversation with somebody, that can be very exhausting.
That's why I'm having to read books.
Yeah.
so that I have interesting conversations.
Yeah. But so the Year of Yes is our first book. So we're going to get it. We'll have a live meeting where all of us talk about it in February. And then I will announce the February book earlier, and it'll be a shorter book because February's short. But I think readers are leaders. So I'm only going to pick fun books.
And if you're not a reader,
listen
go
to
Audible.
Yeah,
go to Audible and do it, because you can do it back and forth. It's amazing. You'll get caught up in it and realize, oh shit, I'm already at work.
Yeah, like Addison and Anderson. That's how they did the whole Harry Potter series, because Anderson, he has a learning disability. He's behind on reading a little bit. It's hard for him to read, but if he listens, he just gets it totally. So, and it's really improved their lives. Harry Potter is nuts in our house. That and Star Wars. So, oh my god. Did I tell you what Mystery Nerd wants to do at the wedding?
I already heard. I'm going to have to collect a bunch of
pool noodles.
We're
making pool noodle lightsaber. He wants one massive lightsaber battle.
Yes, we will tape it.
Yeah, we will tape it. And go. Anyway, that's all from now. So if you go to, I want to say, I will put the link in the show notes. This is episode, oh God, I don't know.
2018.
No. It's episode, I believe it's 029. Or go in our Facebook group. I'm going to be announcing the book club later this week. This episode comes out the week after. So anyway, but the book costs, check it out from your library if you need to. Get it on the Audible. I do have an affiliate link on spapreneur.com. I get a little tiny kickback, not a lot. Thank you if you do it that way. But either way, Shonda Rhimes, Year of Yes, it is a kick-ass book.
And this year, we want you guys who really want to support us, all we ask is that you go and review us. Please give us some reviews.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people don't know that we're here, and we think we're entertaining.
I think we're entertaining. I upgraded your microphone setup. Well, this is actually for the children.
I have this blue bulb and this blue arm.
Yeah, she and Addison. So again, I have another podcast with the kids called Tiny Potters, and it's adorable. And they run that show. I'm just merely mommy producer, and I've come in. But I got them each match. Like he has a red microphone, she has a blue microphone.
I like the blue mic.
Yeah. So Sessy and Addison are sharing. Yeah, I know, it's awesome, and it's pretty, and I thought they were fun, right?
Yeah, they are fun.
Yeah. So I did a little upgrade in the closet studio here. So if you want more information about any of our services, again, go to spapreneur.com. Our Facebook group is completely free. It's always hopping. Sometimes you guys answer the questions better than I do.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do a question this week.
No, we're going to tape that after this. We're going to go back and pop it on the front.
Okay, we'll do that. And John will have to edit this part out.
Nah, they'll see how we really roll.
Okay. We'll talk to you later, guys. Bye. Need more actionable steps to get your spa headed in the right direction? Head to spapreneur.com, where we've got the tools, tricks, and methods to making your spa as successful as it can be. Spapreneur.com.